guys, it's Dave Barnett once again from investlocalbook.com. I got a question from Sandra who simply asks, what kind of investments would I recommend for people that are young, like 18 years old? And you know what? Thanks, Sandra, for the question. It's a great question. And there's two different ways you can go down this path. And one sort of voice of reason might say that a person who's only 18 years old has their whole life ahead of them. So they should put as much money as possible into really secure, sort of fixed income products that grow very slowly. But because they have such a long planning horizon, by the time they get to 65 or whatever, they'll have accumulated all this wealth and they'll be really well off. The problem with that kind of thinking, I believe, is that number one, you're wasting a huge amount of opportunity that a young person has, an 18-year-old has. And if anyone knows anyone who's a young person just getting out of high school or college, please share this message. The opportunity is that you're at a point in your life where you have very little responsibility. And the risk of the save now and wait for later plan is that there might not be a later. I, unfortunately, in my own life, have all kinds of people around me who are in their 60s who are falling ill with different health conditions, and it really makes you understand your own mortality and the risk of being alive. Things happen. So the whole idea that you need to work hard your whole life and then at some point in the future you're finally going to be able to rest, relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor, I think is flawed thinking. I think people need to enjoy their life throughout their life so that they have no regrets at any given point. Back to the opportunity for the young. Right now, I have 2 children that I'm responsible for. I've got a home mortgage. I have all kinds of responsibilities in my life. So I have to be careful as a 40-year-old what sort of risks I take, because I have to make sure that I'm able to pay my bills and meet my obligations. And those obligations are important. We're talking about my kids. An 18-year-old likely is not going to have a mortgage, they're not going to have children, and maybe they're still able to live in their parents' basement, for example. And if they haven't gone to college or university and gotten a huge amount of student loan debt, they also don't have the burden of debt. So in my opinion, one of these people should definitely get into business. Get into a business. Learn through doing. And you know what? With the lack of wisdom and experience that a young person has, in all likelihood, the business will fail. And that's okay. That's how people learn. When you're learning to walk, you keep falling down as a child, and eventually you get it right. And I think that the point in a person's life where you can most afford to fail and have the failure will mean the fewest repercussions for you is when you are that young adult, 18 years old. You can get out there, do something crazy, get in over your head in a lot of different ways, fail, and learn some tremendous lessons. And the advantage, of course, is that in failing at that young age or even succeeding, you're going to learn how to get into business, and if it's a successful business, you'll be able to leverage the efforts of other people, employees. Grow a business, learn how to manage a business, and that's going to set the person up not for a comfortable retirement in 45 years. It's going to set them up for an exciting, active life of business ownership, and with that, hopefully, increased earnings and the ability to enjoy life to its fullest throughout the course of life, taking holidays, vacations, owning different property, having an RV, all that kind of stuff is all fruit from the labor of getting into business and taking that risk. So Sandra, that's my advice for someone who's young, like 18 years old, is to not be cautious in any respect, but to get into a business and learn by doing, and just knowing that whatever happens, there's going to be a tremendous amount of information gathered, a tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom, and that even if it doesn't work, it's okay. Anyway, if you disagree or if you have another idea, please share in the comments below. And if you are older in life and you're not ready to take on some risks because of the responsibilities you have, and you want to get into business not through starting one up and experimenting, but you want a sure thing and you want to buy a mature, successful, profitable business, then you should be checking out my online course, businessbuyeradvantage.com, where it's actually a full day, over 9 hours of video tutorials and a workbook on how to go out and find, and the process of how to purchase and analyze and price a business that you can buy. Anyway, thanks, and we'll join you next time.
Hey, you made it to the end of the video. That's great. Don't forget, visit www.investlocalbook.com. Sign up for my email list. It's right down here under the welcome video. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.